On this earth, there are places you are never allowed to enter, no matter how much money you have, how powerful you are, or how fearless you think you may be. Take just a few steps too far, and you could lose your life, be arrested, or simply disappear without leaving any trace behind. These locations never appear in travel brochures, offer no guided tours, and in some cases, are not even meant to be publicly mentioned. This video exposes territories that are absolutely forbidden, places where humanity has deliberately drawn boundaries to keep its own kind out. Some are sealed off because they are lethally dangerous. Others are locked away to protect secrets buried deep in history. And some exist behind walls of silence because governments do not want you to know what is really happening inside. What makes them truly terrifying is not that they exist, but that they exist right now, not far from us, yet completely beyond the reach of human freedom. One small mistake, one step across the line, and the consequences could be permanent. North Sentinel Island lies in the Bay of Bengal, part of India's Andaman Islands, and is considered one of the most dangerous and mysterious places on Earth. From above, it appears as nothing more than a remote green patch in the middle of the ocean. But hidden within is the Sentinelese tribe, people who have lived completely isolated from the modern world for tens of thousands of years. There are no roads, no electricity, no internet, and no signs of modern civilization. The Sentinelese survive by hunting and gathering, fiercely defending their territory with bows and arrows. Anyone who approaches is treated as an invader. Throughout history, ships, explorers, and even missionaries have attempted to reach the island, and the price has often been their lives. The Indian government has enforced a strict ban, establishing an exclusion zone several kilometers around the island. This is not to protect the world from the Sentinelese, but to protect the tribe itself from disease and destruction brought by modern contact. North Sentinel Island stands as a chilling reminder that not every place on Earth belongs to us, and sometimes the greatest form of respect is simply staying away. What makes them truly terrifying is not that they exist, but that they exist right now, not far from us, yet completely beyond the reach of human freedom. One small mistake, one step across the line, and the consequences could be permanent. Ilha da Queimada Grande, commonly known as Snake Island, lies about 35 kilometers off the coast of São Paulo, Brazil. From a distance, it appears peaceful and isolated, forest-covered island surrounded by endless blue ocean. But beneath this calm exterior exists one of the most lethal environments on Earth. A place so dangerous that human access is strictly forbidden. Unlike places hidden behind political borders or military secrecy, Snake Island is forbidden for a far simpler reason: survival itself is almost impossible. The danger here does not come from weapons or laws, but from what lives on the ground beneath your feet. Snake Island is home to the golden lancehead viper, Bothrops insularis, a species found nowhere else in the world, isolated for thousands of years. These snakes evolved in extreme conditions, resulting in an unusually dense population and venom far more potent than that of their mainland relatives. Some estimates suggest that several snakes occupy every square meter of the island, hidden among rocks, tree branches, and thick vegetation. Unlike most vipers, golden lanceheads are highly adapted to hunting birds. They strike from trees, delivering venom powerful enough to kill prey within minutes. For humans, a single bite can cause severe tissue damage, internal bleeding, and death without immediate medical intervention, an impossible scenario on such a remote island. Due to the extreme danger, the Brazilian government has imposed a total ban on civilian access. Only a small number of scientists are granted permission to land, and even they must wear full protective gear and operate under strict safety protocols. Local legends tell of fishermen who accidentally reached the island and never returned, reinforcing its deadly reputation. Yet Snake Island is more than just a death trap. It is a fragile ecological sanctuary, home to a species critically endangered by illegal wildlife trafficking. Ilha da Queimada Grande stands as a brutal reminder that nature does not exist for human conquest. In some places, survival belongs to those who evolved there, and for humans, the wisest decision is to stay away. Area 51 is located deep within the Nevada desert, hidden behind miles of barren land, warning signs, and armed security. Officially, it is part of the Nevada Test and Training Range, a U.S. Air Force facility used for experimental aircraft testing. Unofficially, it is one of the most secretive and controversial locations on Earth, shrouded in decades of speculation. denial, and silence. From the outside, Area 51 appears almost ordinary, runways carved into the desert, hangars blending into the landscape, and an overwhelming sense of emptiness. But crossing the invisible perimeter instantly changes everything. Surveillance cameras track every movement, sensors monitor the ground, and armed guards, never fully seen, are authorized to respond without warning. Trespassing here is not a mistake, it is a crime. For decades, the US government refused to acknowledge the base's existence at all. This silence fueled countless conspiracy theories, most famously the claim that Area 51 houses extraterrestrial technology and recovered alien spacecraft. While no evidence supports these stories, declassified documents confirm that the site was used to develop some of the world's most advanced aircraft, including the U-2 spy plane and stealth technology that reshaped modern warfare. What makes Area 51 truly unsettling is not aliens, but secrecy. Employees are sworn to lifelong confidentiality, and even family members are often unaware of what work is performed there. Flights to the base operate under classified call signs, and workers are transported from Las Vegas in unmarked aircraft, vanishing into restricted airspace. Area 51 represents a rare place where information is more tightly controlled than land itself. In an era of satellite imagery and digital transparency, it remains a black hole of knowledge. Whether it hides revolutionary technology or simply military research, Area 51 reminds us that some truths are considered too dangerous, or too valuable, to share. Poveglia is a small, abandoned island lying in the Venetian lagoon, just a short distance from the famous canals and crowded streets of Venice, Italy. From afar, it appears quiet and forgotten, surrounded by calm water and silence. Yet Poveglia is widely considered one of the most haunted and disturbing places in Europe. A location so dark in history that public access has long been forbidden. The island's story begins in the Roman era, when it was used as a defensive outpost. Centuries later, during outbreaks of the Black Death, Poveglia became a quarantine island. Thousands of people suspected of carrying the plague were forcibly sent there. Many still alive, never to return. Bodies were burned in massive pits, and historians estimate that more than half of the island's soil consists of human ash. The air itself, locals claim, feels heavy with death. In the early 20th century, Poveglia's grim purpose continued when a psychiatric hospital was built on the island. According to legend, the head doctor conducted cruel and unethical experiments on patients. Driven by madness and obsession, stories say he was eventually consumed by guilt and insanity, throwing himself from the hospital's bell tower. Whether true or not, the hospital was abruptly closed, and the island was abandoned soon after. Today, the buildings of Poveglia stand in decay. Crumbling walls, shattered windows, and rusted metal slowly surrender to nature. Trees grow through floors, and silence dominates every corner. Fishermen refuse to dock nearby, claiming their nets pull up human bones. Locals avoid the island entirely, believing it to be cursed. The Italian government has repeatedly banned public access, citing structural danger and safety concerns. Yet the fear surrounding Poveglia goes far beyond collapsing buildings. It is the weight of its past, the suffering, isolation, and death, that keeps people away. Poveglia is not just an abandoned island, it is a monument to humanity's darkest moments. In a country celebrated for beauty and art, Poveglia stands as a chilling reminder that some places are not meant to be reclaimed, remembered only from a distance. Before we end this video, we want to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one story that you personally find truly terrifying. It can be real, imagined, or something that has haunted you for years. One lucky viewer will receive a $1 reward, and the winner will be announced next week. We'll be reading every comment, and some stories may be more disturbing than expected.